my friends, and welcome back to a new episode. I just wanted to kickstart this video of a week in my life with one of the most beautiful views and take you with me on little adventures because I'm currently on the mountain alone and this is my view. I think I've never done something like this, to film a video on the move, but this is how I'm starting the week. It's currently Sunday at the moment of filming and I am in Walchensee, which is one of the most beautiful villages, one of the most beautiful places, and still I would say a little bit underrated in terms of international tourists, not locals. And we are here for the weekend and I decided to enjoy nature a little bit because my boyfriend is currently working on some stuff, so I came to do a hike and I'm by myself. And to continue this theme of February of doing things by yourself, this is definitely a first, and I encourage you to do as many things by yourself as you can. Doing a hike by yourself in the mountains and the forest is a little bit scary, but it's also so freeing, so liberating. I'm going down back in the village and then we're going to head back to Munich and start the week properly. Happy Tuesday guys and happy Valentine's Day. Today is the 14th of February at the moment when I'm filming this video, and as you could see it's already a day filled with love, and I do advise you, even if you're single, to just celebrate love in all its forms. For me, it's really not about just a romantic relationship. It's really the love for your friends, the love for yourself, the love for your family, the love for your dog, the love for whoever you want. Give some love to yourself, because that's what I'm going to do right now during the workout. So let's go. Hello and welcome to the next day after Valentine's Day. It's the next episode or the next phase of this weekly vlog. I am not even sure how it's going to turn out, but as I said, I wanted to keep the theme of this vlog about self-love and love in general, maybe relationships with others. Yesterday it was the craziness with Valentine's Day, so I saw guys with flowers everywhere and I had a lot of chats with my friends, my girlfriends. I think a lot about relationships and how they affect our lives and what it takes to actually be in a good relationship with someone who really is something that matches your values, your future plans, your everything. Now I'm talking now from my perspective as a 20-year-old something, so I'm right now in my late 20s, and definitely my view of relationships and men and what I accept or not is really much changed since 10 years ago in a good way. So of course that now I'm thinking about more family, like stabilizing, like really building something with someone. I think somehow I didn't have this since the beginning. That's why I kind of had relationships that were not really matching with my values. I was like just going with the flow over the years. But I think even when you're young, it's important to know what you're looking for, what your goals are. And when you look for someone, when you want, like, just let's say to attract someone to be in a relationship, it's really important to find someone who matches these values and who matches your lifestyle, who matches the future of what you want to build. Because if two people get together, and yes, there's attraction, there's passion, there's whatever, but there is no future, there's no common goals, there is no common interest, not this commonality of going on the same path, that relationship is just not going to last, and it's going to be a lot of friction, is going to be a lot of stress, a lot of anger, and a lot of unfulfillment. A lot of people honestly tell me all the time, oh, you're so lucky that you're with your partner and that you get along so well, because I just didn't have this luck that you're having. And I want to say that it wasn't really like this, because I had 2 other previous relationships and they taught me a lot about life. But by the time I finished the second one, which was the longest so far, 5 years, I knew exactly what I want and what I don't want. I was so clear in my head that I wanted the next partner, the next relationship that I have, to not be just a fling, to not just be a waste of time. And I said to myself, I will just not date anymore for fun. I will just date for meeting someone who really is a potential partner for me, because I was already 25. How the previous 5 years of my life, when I had a relationship, we never really discussed about future plans, we never really discussed about what's important for us. And when we try to do this, it was always a little bit of friction between us. It was always a little bit of, was always deep down a feeling that it was not the right relationship. So I said from the beginning that whatever next is, my intentions will be very clear. And I made this clear from the moment that I started to date again after that relationship. So before meeting my now partner, I were to give an advice about really dating and finding someone who you can really build a fulfilling relationship. Be very clear with who you are, first with yourself, and be very clear in communicating that. Be clear on what kind of partner do I want. And I talked about this in some other previous, from the very beginning episodes of my channel, that I did a list of how I wanted my ideal partner to be like. And in this list, I actually wrote things that would describe this partner physically. So wrote down some things that were important for me, so some non-negotiable things for me. You can come up with your own and think about what is important for you when you're attracting a new partner. When you're attracting a new relationship, like what is this non-negotiable that you cannot have so the relationship can continue. I have to say something that I honestly didn't believe in, and this is to all my single friends out there who are worried that they are never going to find someone. Honestly, at some point I was in this same pattern. After I left a second relationship, I didn't know like which way to go, because the description of the partner that I wrote down was far away from the regular guys that were around me in my circles in my country. So I honestly didn't know like where do you start searching for someone in this big world. But I honestly believe that if you're okay with where you are right now, if you're okay with your life, with how things are, somehow life will put you together with this person. I believe in this now 100%. And I also believe that when you meet the person who is supposed to be your life partner, you will know instantly. Or maybe not instantly, but very soon. You will know, and I think this is important to notice, you will feel peaceful, you will feel calm, you will feel safe. You will just feel that the cards are on the table, there is nothing to hide. You can be yourself, this other person can be him or herself, and there is really no games, nothing to play. When there's even the tiniest bit of games, I honestly don't think this is the relationship that you should be in. This is not safety, this is not maturity, this is not honesty from the other person or from you. Maybe you cannot be yourself for some reason, and it doesn't have to be an actual reason, it can also be like energetical reason, you don't know. I just noticed in my experience that this feeling of calmness, this feeling of this is how it is, I don't have to hide, I don't have to come with games, I don't have to take the words from the other person's mouth to understand what he thinks. I just noticed that these things come naturally. I want to say maybe a last thought about women and relationships, I think deep down everyone wants to feel loved, everyone wants to love someone, everyone wants this kind of beautiful relationships. And I hear this from both sides, both from women and from men, that the other side is to be blamed. Guys saying that girls are just materialistic, that they are always like playing games. And I also hear from women that guys are not serious, or guys are not very mature, or they are just also playing games. When I started dating back then and before getting into this now relationship, I was kind of aware that yes, there are people around me that play games, that people that are hurt, people that are traumatized, but I just purposely tried to ignore them. And I thought, okay, there has to be also good people, there has to be people like me who did the work, people who are really looking for something serious, people who are not here to play games, people who hate this kind of not showing, not being true to yourself. So I'm going to focus that I'm going to find that. I think this stands for both parts, that it's so important to heal your traumas about relationships, because we sometimes exit relationships but we don't really process all the feelings, all that we felt, all the things that maybe were not okay. We don't process it and we just move faster into a new relationship, and we bring all this baggage and we react in ways that we shouldn't react. So with that being said, I am ready. Hope you enjoyed this talk about relationships. Let me know if you would like me to do a separate episode, or if you have any more questions that I can answer. Sure, you can leave them in a comment below. I am preparing now to go outside to enjoy the sun, because I'm not going to have sun for the next 3 days. So together, and let's enjoy this wonderful midday. So here we are doing the last part of this vlog. I won't say hello again because it's almost goodbye again. I decided to just go on an adventure during this day, more so to just live my last days before starting the job. I enjoyed a 3 kilometers walk to find a super nice cafe and so many flowers along. And I can confirm this was one of the best cafes I had in Munich, and the cinnamon roll, it was absolutely delicious. And I really enjoyed this afternoon doing nothing, just staying in the sun, enjoying the city, enjoying the walk, enjoying the people. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I just felt that the whole city was in a very good vibe, probably due to the sunshine, due to the warmth. It was nicer and nicer with each day. To summarize this vlog, that at this point probably has too many subjects to just have a conclusion, I just want to say that it's so important to be okay with where you are right now, with what you're living, with everything, because from that moment of peace and acceptance you will be able to create new beautiful moments, to attract new beautiful situations, moments and people in your life. I hope you also enjoyed this walk with me in Munich. I hope you got a little bit of the vibe of the city. It's honestly bringing me from one vibe to another. And all in all, I'm so happy for spring. I'm so happy for everything, for this new season. Let's make the best of it.